They do this every morning when we let them inside. They just like, they just run around and Spunky flies onto the couch. People would think that when Spunky lays down, it's her being submissive, but it's really just her best fighting angle. And Spunky's actually, see, did you see that? Because she kicks and she bites. She's a big tough girl. Oh yeah, tug of war.
Go get her.
Was that fun?
Go get her. Go get her.
Alex is making his little breakfast. I wanted him to walk you through it in case you're interested.
Because I think I just did like a, oh, look at my breakfast the other day.
You showed your beautiful plating.
But more of the process. I just love spicy stuff. Serrano peppers, I think, have the perfect amount of spice and the perfect quantity. Like one little serrano pepper is perfect for a sandwich. This might be too many peppers for a lot of people. They probably want like half that.
Yeah, that's a lot of
like a jalapeno or something. But serrano like really tastes good. It's really clean and just sizzles. Whereas like habanero is way too hot. And I think jalapeno isn't quite hot enough. And then we have 2 slices of tomato on a little egg patty, which is what these little pans are perfect for. We bought these as a joke.
For Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Yeah, one of the two. Because Kevin was like, I want to make like the best charcuterie board you've ever seen. Like,
And he bought a big sled, and that was his plate.
A big circular sled. Because we were like, well, we need like a big plate, but we don't want like a real plate because it was super expensive. So the cheapest, funnest thing was a little circular sled, and he put a bunch of stuff on it. I think he spent like $100.
Oh yeah, we have a picture somewhere. If I can find it, I'll post it, but I don't know where the picture is. But I know we took a picture because it was so funny. But
quick pause. Beautifully toasted oat nut bread. Normally I'm all about, or no, it's not oat nut. I was gonna say oat nut is what I used to buy. But now we live together,
yeah.
So now it's just like
whole wheat,
whole grain wheat bread, whatever, which is fine. Then, oh, the spinach is important. I hate spinach, but I know how good it is.
Oh, really? Spinach is like the only thing that I like.
I view it as a healthy thing, like taking vitamins or something.
Oh.
Where whenever I lived at home, my mom would always have this. And I would just take a big handful.
Oh my god.
And just make a wad of it and just shove it all in my mouth.
Oh my god.
And try to eat it.
There are so many better ways to do that.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of people think that and they're like, why not make a great salad and put like dressing on it?
No.
And I'm like, that's not the point.
I hide a half of a container of spinach in a protein shake. You can't taste it at all. It totally disappears. That's the way to do it.
But I'm not really having daily protein shakes. So
that's true, me either.
If you cook it in a pan for a little bit, it really condenses it down because I did pretty much take
or I put it in pasta.
So then you have that, and then you can't really taste it when it's in the breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
This is probably the most unhealthy thing I'm putting on there, which is Chipotle mayo. But it's just so good. And Katie is going to make bacon. Which normally I use like a turkey sausage or a turkey patty as like a good protein lean meat.
But it's the weekend.
But yeah, it's the weekend, so we get to splurge a little. So she's gonna cook
and
up
we
some bacon.
never buy bacon. Like this is like the first time we bought some for my chili recipe. Yeah. But other than that, we maybe eat bacon like once a year. We really don't eat bacon. Yeah. So I'm actually very excited. I'll walk you through my bacon cooking process.
Because I think that's it for me. Sometimes I shouted out aardvark.
Oh yeah.
The other day. Sometimes I add that to it. I usually have a piece of fruit, so whether that's a clementine or an apple. Maybe that's it. Oh, and sometimes I have bell peppers and carrots, but I'm currently out of both. Honey loves eating the end of bell peppers. So
She
normally
knows.
when
She
I'm-
gets really
yeah, when
excited.
I'm chopping it up, she used to react when I would chop up the serrano pepper, but she's
Learned
the smell at this point. Because sometimes it'll fall on the floor, and I've let her lick it before just to be like, you don't want to eat this, and she really doesn't eat it. But if it's a bell pepper, she can smell that and immediately comes over when I'm cutting it up.
And she has a pretty sensitive stomach, so we have to be really careful.
Yeah, but I've fed her.
But the pepper she eats
she's
all the
fine
time,
with
and she's fine.
I think that's it. And, you know, right on schedule.
This is what she'll do. She'll
First-
be like,
yeah.
But she doesn't beg. She
No.
just sits there because Alex will make her do tricks
She'll
with
just
them.
wait patiently.
Yeah.
What sucks is they both are constantly in the way in the morning when I'm making coffee or making breakfast. Because they just want to be near.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Spunky will lay right in front of the sink and I'm like having to step over. And you know, if I was cooking stuff, she'd just be, yep, but she just chills right there. She's like, yep, this is where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, they're so sweet.
Yeah, that's it.
Nice. It is in my humble opinion that this is the superior way to make bacon with one of these bacon trays. And what I do is I put 3 paper towels on the bottom, lay the bacon on top, and then put 1 or 2 paper towels on top. And then I put 2 paper towels on top to soak up all the grease. You don't really need a lid, but I'll put it on there. Ooh, that's gross. And then you just kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna guess, oh, I want a clean finger, I'll do this one. I can start at 2 minutes. It won't be done, but then you check it and you do 30 seconds until it's the crispiness that you desire. And I'll show you what my preferred crispiness is when it's done, because that'll be the way that it is.
It's the way it is.
It makes it the best because it's not all greasy. It's not all like gritty. I don't know. I just think bacon, like when you cook it in a pan or cook it on in the oven, it's like, I don't know. I just hate it. And I just like this. So it needed another minute. It was still raw, but I knew that would happen. I don't know. But then you eyeball it, because then you don't want to just like be like, think that it needs 5 minutes every time. You gotta actually look at it and check. And sometimes like you look and you're like, oh, it only needs 30 more seconds. This time I was like, I bet another minute 30, but I'm only doing a minute.
Only a minute.
Only a minute.
Do you know what fun activity we have today?
What?
Because the Amazon package came in.
What?
So Katie, with all her new candles, was like, okay, we can throw all these away. But me, being the cheapskate that I am, I'm like, look at how much candle is left in each of those.
Well, it's because you're down to the wick, and when you try to light it, it won't burn anymore. It can't catch.
Which makes sense. But I look at it as a candle noob and say, well, why don't I just buy a pack of wicks, and then we'll melt all of these and put them into one candle, and we'll have a Franken candle. So I'm gonna experiment with that today. What do you want to call the Franken candle flavor?
Well, let's see what these flavors are called. We'll create a combination. This one's called Winter. This one's called Snow Mountain Lodge. This one's called Maple Cinnamon Pancakes, and this one's called Let It Snow. So
we have a Lodge Pancakes Winter.
Ooh, I got it. Eating pancakes in a snowy winter lodge. Not mouthy at all.
Is one of them eating? You could just say pancakes.
I know, but it's
pancakes.
I'm telling you the environment you're creating. It's like, what is the scent? It's like, it's the smell of when you're eating pancakes in a snowy winter lodge.
We'll turn that into an acronym. We'w find a clever way to acronymize it.
P
S-T-E-I-N
W. What do you spell it?
Epstein. So with a quick Googling, we know that the melting point of candle wax is not that high. So I think that the best method, and the safest and cleverest method, will be to submerge the candle containers in hot water and just put them all in this pot so it was meant to be, and we'll fill it up maybe halfway on the containers, and of course take all the lids off and see if we can get them all to melt. What do we think?
I think it's gonna be ready.
Bacon!
It's a very confusing mixture of spells.
It already is starting to smell.
Yeah, look at these. Like, it smells like pumpkin seeds.
Oh. Oh, it does!
Right?
How did that just happen?
It's the...
It's the bacon! The bacon smells like pumpkin. What?
But this doesn't.
That's so weird. That doesn't smell like bacon at all.
Doesn't that look good?
We got pumpkin bacon.
Look how good that looks.
Wow.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm not very bacon picky.
It's crispy. It's just so good.
Also, apologies for any of the background noise.
Yeah, gosh.
Doing laundry.
Always.
Now we're talking. Look at that. Look at this beautiful breakfast spicy BLT with egg. Wonderful. Quick handle check. Pretty much nothing's happening yet. We are making progress. Trying not to steam up the lens, but you know, one's pretty much all the way melted, another one at like 90%, and then two maybe at 50. So, smells good in here. Well, I didn't know how to film the fun part of pulling out all of the wicks, so you just have to see the after. It was very satisfying. So we're at 100% melt, even pulled off a couple tags, and then those are all the previous wicks. So now, I'm thinking I need to pour all but one into one container and then glue the new wicks in the empty one, and then take that full container and then pour it into the newly wicked container. So, again, can't really film during because I need both hands. I'm using needle nose and normal pliers. As promised, so we got 3 empty containers all poured into one, and then I think I'm going with this frosted white one. I'm gonna put wicks in there.
How's it going? I don't know the last update you gave the people.
I'm debating the adhesive to use because we have super glue. It kind of looked.
We also have hot glue.
Yeah, it looked kind of like they just had hot glue when I was taking them off. There's like obviously some goop on there because you need it to have a pretty high melting point, which kind of makes me want to not do hot glue.
Right.
But also, I don't know if it has a higher or lower melting point than super glue. So it's kind of a moot point. I don't know.
You could Google it.
Which. Anyway, you want it to have a high melting point because you want all the wax to melt around it and not for the glue to also melt and then have your wick float to the top, because that would obviously suck.
Yes.
So, thankfully, even if that does happen, we know how to repair it, which would be put the whole candle in there and pour it into... So I need to keep one of those as a spare container.
Oh.
In case it doesn't work. I guess it's not really going to be an issue until you're at the bottom.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, because it stays solid. Only a little bit melts around the top. So you're totally fine.
Well, hot glue is going to be easier. You want to get your hot glue good?
Yeah.
So far, so good. So, glued the new wicks in. Thankfully, we have an existing candle, so I kind of know where to space it. I didn't do it exactly right, but it's going to burn, you know? It's fine. Now, gotta think of the best strategy to keep these straight while I pour. So, I might need to get Katie's help on that. Otherwise, I'll do it like layer by layer. So I don't think I'm gonna make like a cardboard jig, you know? And like cut a little hole for the wick to go through. I might still try to do that and maybe like cut a big hole so that I can pour the wax through. Maybe that'll work best. And then this is still liquid, so we're good to go. Alrighty, so I went with jig. So hopefully I don't get this paper wet, otherwise I don't think it's gonna work very well. Oh. But all the wicks are standing up straight and pretty much where they need to be. So I'm optimistic, and I think I gave myself a big enough hole that everything's gonna be fine. But this is gonna be a really, the liquid's really hot. This is my only way of manipulating it.
Oh god. So put on a oven mitt, dude.
Kitty's smart. I'll at least be able to hold it on the bottom.
Correct.
Help tilt.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was envisioning.
Still, it's just wax. All right, here we go. Katie, you're so smart. Oh, look at that precision. There we go. Frankie
Whoa.
candle. Wow, that totally worked. And then I'll leave the jig on there until this firms up. Just witnessing a candid, cute puppy moment. This is just how they are. The natural state. Spunky just jumped on top of her. We told you Spunky's the boss. Alright, all finished up. I let it sit in the fridge for about 5 minutes and then trimmed all the wicks. And here we are. The Franken candle. It's a little ugly on top. I'm thinking about maybe including this in this year's White Elephant. So I am debating whether or not I should burn the wicks and let it reset in like a really nice top layer, because right now it's a little weird. But you want a gift, you want a new candle with fresh wicks. So I don't think I'm gonna burn them. I'm just gonna cap it, and maybe I'll try to make my own little label, just for fun.
How did it turn out?
Ta-da!
Pretty good.
Heck yeah.
And are you gonna give it as a gift? Is that
That's
you're
what I'm
saying?
thinking.
I think so. How does
Unless
it
it stinks, that's the thing. It's pretty floral soapy.
I like it.
Oh, okay. I was like, I'm not crazy yet, but also I've been sniffing this the entire time.
I just didn't like it when we were cooking all of them in the pot. It like released.
I mean, that was
it felt
4
really
candles
smoky,
all at once.
right? And all in one
normally you're
little
only
space.
evaporating the top layer, and that was like everything that's left all at one time.
Yeah.
And then when we poured it all in one container, and it was all just wax,
And it was so much, yeah. So I didn't like that. And I was like, this might be stinky, but when I smell it just straight in there, I think it smells good.
Yeah. We'll have to see. What cap is the best one? Unless they're all the same.
Let's just look.
Not that one.
Oh, and these two are the same. This one's kind of dirty, so we can just skip
We
that
can clean
one.
any of them.
But
Oh,
these are
that's like
exactly
almost
the same.
rusted. It's copper.
Yeah, but we could do one of these.
The gold. I like the gold.
Okay.
Nice.
How exciting.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
So I was saying that I might try to make a little paper label.
That'd be cute.
That'd be fun. Print it off when I go into work or something.
You should.
And we'll call it the Falcon Grove Franken candle.
We'll call it Eating Pancakes in
Oh,
Snowy
right.
Mountain.
Our business will be Falcon Grove's Franken candle.
That's what we'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So in little, it'll say Falcon Grove Franken Candle, but the scent is
Eating
pancakes in a winter mountain lodge.
Okay. Maybe I'll make that Photoshop label right now.
Do it.
How fun.
Yeah.
Alright, so final version of the candle turned out white. I cleaned the top lid. It's
That looks
great.
really
It says
good.
Mountain and trees. The top is pretty ugly. We're not gonna burn it because we're gonna include this in White Elephant. It's just a little lumpy.
But once they burn
It totally
it,
smells good. I think it's a little too floral soapy for me.
but
But it's sweet
It's-
enough.
yeah.
Like it definitely, the pancakes are coming through.
Yeah.
So per our name, pancakes are a big deal. So I'm glad that it still smells pretty sweet. This is what we came up with in, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
I've probably been doing this.
Eating pancakes in a winter lodge, Falcon Grove frankincense.
Oh yeah, so I came up with that because I was like, Franken candle, that doesn't... Frankincense, because of Christmas. Duh.
Really cute.
And of course I just stole all these photos from online.
And
But
yeah,
I think
he's
it
gonna
works.
print that out and put it on.
Something cool Photoshop-y stuff is, I don't know the trick for hiding everything but the active layer. So this, you can kind of tell when everything's gone, but, you know, there's nothing that's exactly this size, so you have to copy 3 of the same image. And you can kind of see the lines. But that's a fun thing, because you can flip one of them. Like, I think I flipped this one, and then you erase with very low hardness on all pictures, so it fits together well, because they're more hazy. And then you blur this line.
Cool.
You can still totally see it. If I really, if I wasn't putting the mountain lodges on there, I would care more. But once everything is back, it all looks like one.
Yeah, I think it looks really cute. Background.
And of course, it's the same mountain lodge, which I erased a lot of the background in there.
It's adorable.
And the pancakes are just all by themselves. I did nothing to those.
Yeah, those are so cute. Recipe time for the dogs and for us. What'd you make the dogs?
Oh. They get a can of tuna, half a can of green beans, mixed in with their normal dog food, and heated up for 20 seconds.
And they get it like a couple times a month, maybe.
Yeah. Before, I was doing it pretty regularly and did it every Saturday. But now that we're kind of back in quarantine life, it's hard to differentiate. But you can tell how much they love it, because I start opening a can. Anytime I open a can of tuna, they're like, oh, we're having good food? You ready for good food?
Yeah. Alex took them to the PARK while I edited a video.
She is so good. Good down. Down. Good job.
Oh.
Good job. Yeah, and they did a great job.
Yeah.
It's nice to go there when the sun's still out. We haven't done that in a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And then I am gonna make us nachos. We eat nachos pretty regularly because it's so easy and good.
Delicious.
Delicious. It's kind of like one of our favorites.
Pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, we love nachos. Then once your hands are washed and wounds are disinfected, get out a big old sheet and set for like you know what, I'm gonna do like 375. 350 or 375. Then load your chips. We're using some Whole Foods 365 tortilla chips here. We lay them out on our pan. I might even add a little bit more since this is for both of us. Then while your oven's preheating, you'll add your meat of choice. Today we're just doing canned chicken. Your bean of choice, and then your form of choice. Today we're just doing whole pinto beans, and then your cheese of choice. I did like almost a whole bag of the 4-cheese Mexican, and then I did a little bit of mozzarella. And I have some other cheeses that I might toss on top, but those are more like slices of cheese, so I'd fold, you know, shred them up, fold them up, put them on top of there. Usually when we do nachos, we've made some other type of Mexican food earlier in the week, like burritos or burrito bowls, or like chicken tacos or something, and then I make enough to have like a ton of leftover like shredded chicken or whatever, or like homemade refried beans, but I do like healthy refried beans, so they're not fried at all. They're just like black beans and chili powder and some salt like blended up. But they're really good, and they give you that like texture that you want for like a refried bean without all the extra calories. Oh, but sometimes I will do like a real refried bean, but we eat enough Mexican food throughout the month that I try to not do full on refried beans all the time. Hold on, let me put this in. Then you're gonna bake it for like 15 to 20 minutes. I'm gonna do 17 minutes. And then when you take it out, I guess I'll show you that too, but you just put your fixins on it. So if you want hot sauce, you put it on. If you want salsa, you put it on. Pica, whatever you want. Sour cream, whatever, guacamole. We don't have a ton this week, so they're gonna be pretty simple. But you just like load them up however you want after that. But the thing that I bake is like the cheese, the chicken, the chips, obviously. The cheese, the chicken, the beans. Yeah. And now it's done. What are you gonna load up on yours? How are you gonna doctor it? Or are you just gonna eat it like that?
I might just eat it like that.
Oh, I probably will.
Maybe some aardvark.
Oh, that'd be good. We have so much hot sauce.
Some of our serranos, but
we also have Thanksgiving gravy.
What? Really? Oh,
yeah.
I keep forgetting that.
I just finished my 1,000 jump ropes. Today is day 13 days in a row of that. I am going to take a little bath. I'll show you my little bath setup. So I have like these cool little lights in here, and then I've got this little stainless steel wine glass, but I just have it full of limoncello LaCroix because I don't like to drink on Sunday nights when I have work the next day. But yeah, I'm gonna like hang out and watch some Vlogmases of other people that I like to watch. Catch up on those because I'm really behind, like Kelsey Kreppel and Zoe Sugg and Joe Sugg and stuff. Yeah, and I've got some like Epsom salts in there and a little bit of like a bubble bath thing. So I haven't taken a bath in like a super long time for me, because for a while there during quarantine I was taking a bath like every day because it's like one of the things that helps my anxiety. And I'm feeling a little bit of like Sunday blues, so I'm like, I'll like do something fun. I'll like have some LaCroix, watch some Vlogmases, take a little bath, have my fun little lights, and it'll be great. Okay, so this is the first time I'm signing off in all of Vlogmas so far. So thank you for watching Vlogmas Day 6, and I will see you tomorrow.